Here I am in Belgrade, Serbia. I just came from McDonald's, and look, there's this ambulance. It was parked on the side right here, but now it's leaving. It's leaving because it's seen that I've come out, and it's because it's tapped into my phone. It knows when I start recording, and it sees that I just started recording it. It was just parked right there in front of this car right here that's parked on the side with the blinking lights. And when it saw me coming this way and saw that I had started filming, then it skedaddled. Look at that. What an old-fashioned word, skedaddled. But you get the picture. That describes what just happened, regardless. So yeah, they saw that I had come out. I was in the hostel. I never come out this late at night, really. I've already eaten my last meal of the day, and they probably already know that because there's a camera in the kitchen of the hostel. I was winding down for the night, and I got a phone call from my mother, and that's the reason why I came out. But yeah. And by the way, the other night I was making a video to post to you, and the video was very, very long. It was about 25 minutes. And when I was making that video, a police car drove past me. And when the police car drove past me, and I looked at my camera again to see how long I had been recording, it had miraculously stopped. As if I weren't even recording a video. So electronically and remotely, they were able to control the stop button because I was saying too much good stuff. And I was truly venting my frustrations about things that they had done when I had lived in Chicago. About how they used to put poisonous chemicals in the house in Chicago and pump them through the vents of the central heating in our apartment building at 7345 South Shore Drive in Chicago, Illinois, 60649. So I was saying all this stuff about the things that they did and how it impacted our health and how those chemicals caused us to gain weight and different crazy stuff like that. So I guess that they knew that they had to send someone in order to stop this thing from recording. What I've noticed here is that they don't send as many helicopters. They kind of operate by foot more so, and they also operate more so by actually having police cars on the double, and also by having ambulances. But yeah, that's why I think that they try to stick around whenever they know I'm getting ready to make a move. The reason why they followed me to McDonald's and the reason why they were parked there tonight is because I was getting ready to book an airline ticket, and they wanted to have all the details of that airline ticket. They can do this remotely, so I don't know why they were so concerned about doing it. I mean, camping out beside McDonald's and doing it, because they can do this stuff remotely. But there has to be something involved that, I don't know about, that makes it important for them to camp out whenever I do these transactions. It's kind of like when I was in Washington, D.C., and I was booking a ticket to get the hell out of the U.S. And when I was booking the ticket, oh, and by the way, this is the hill that I'm going down that I always go down. And usually they know I always come down this way because this is kind of one of the only ways to get down to this level so that I can go to my hostel. But anyway, so usually whenever I come down this hill, there are police already waiting for me. And, kind of like this woman right here that's at the stoplight. She's a police. But, yeah, this is the way to the hostel. And this is the woman who's the police. It could be completely innocent, perhaps. I'm obliged to accept that reality. But maybe it isn't. But regardless, yeah, what I was saying is that my thoughts are always all over the place these days because I will try to say too much. But, yeah, I was making the video and I had said a lot of things about the stuff that they were doing in Chicago to me, my mother, and my aunt. And they wanted me to stop, and they didn't want me to get everything on camera because I was really pouring myself out that night. And they just stopped it from recording. But yeah, they try to do things by foot, and it's kind of weird as to why they had to have an ambulance camped out to get that information. when they already have access because, they've tapped into my phone and they can monitor what I'm doing for the most part, no matter how far I am. Isn't that how they know where I go whenever I walk out of the hostel, and they're automatically there? And by the way, in case you are curious to know, the new ID, the ID that's going to be mandatory, the new ID that has a chip in it, it's kind of like the better version of a driver's license, where you can't enter into any government buildings if you don't have this new ID card that has the star and the circle around it. You've seen it at the DMV. You know what I'm talking about if you're American. But anyway, that has a chip in it so that wherever you are, even if you don't have your electronic devices with you, they can tap into that. They can tap in and find your exact location. So if you decide to take off running and go into some cornfields or something in the middle of nowhere in Texas, they'll be able to find you with that ID card. Another thing that I want to mention while I'm talking on this subject is the fact that your passports also have a chip in it. So even if you don't have a phone or an electronic device where they can track where you are, you have your passport, perhaps. And that's how they're able to keep up with you. There's some targeted individuals who are very smart, and they know that these are the ways, they know that they can be tracked by electronic devices. So what these corrupt people have done is made sure that you have to have something on you that can make you trackable. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, you have your ID card or your passport, especially if you're traveling outside of the U.S. And they want to make it where they're always able to know your exact location, whether you be a targeted individual or just someone of interest. So I just thought I would share that with you. Oh, and a police, that you couldn't see it, but a police van. It's a blue van. It just now walked past. But yeah. If there's anything you can take from today's lesson, it's the fact that yes, your driver's license are tapped, and also your passports are tapped. And perhaps if you're a college student and you're involved in this situation, most likely your college ID is tapped. So like if you think that you've been so good at getting away from them and you wonder how do they keep finding you, because you know that you're not taking your phone around and you're not taking your other electronic devices around that are tracking devices. You wonder how they keep finding you? That's how, because it's in the cards. So I just want to throw that out at you. I'm ending the video now because I can't really say anything, but you do get the picture of what I'm trying to say. And I'll talk to you a little bit later. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.